I didn't expect that a relatively recent abandonment like this could turn my stomach. We found this place by the side of a road. It had obvious signs of abandonment, and we decided to explore the area. We soon realized it hadn't been abandoned for years. It was abandoned in 2018. With every step we took, we discovered a little more of its history. An octogenarian couple were the last tenants of the place. They devoted most of their lives to dog shows. They had several generations of German shepherds whom they pampered and cared for as if they were their own children. Portraits of the dogs decorated every corner of the house. You could immediately see their love for animals. At the house entrance, there were several photos of two German shepherds, Laika and Papyrus. Unfortunately, these dogs are no longer with us, because their death certificates were hanging next to the photographs. But something deeply unsettled me, an image I never expected in a home that loved animals. They also raised partridges. Their bond with the partridges was so strong, they chewed food so the birds could eat from their mouths. After creating such a bond, it's hard for me to see this image. I feel a deep sorrow for the animal, because it died at the hands of the one it trusted most. Alright, let's start the video with this little workshop I had set up here. The house is pretty small, but it has a lot of details and it's practically untouched. Look at everything it still has here. It has a bit of everything to do his things and his repairs at home. It's small, but as I see, it's really cool. All the containers. They have a bunch of jars of preserves. Well, here are more. It's full of preserve jars, but they're all empty. Look at these feed sacks. If you come to the dining room now. All the photos of the animal he has, you can tell he really liked dogs and used to compete and so on. I guess this would be the boiler to heat the house in winter. This is the only area with clothing. A raincoat, one or two more for rain, and a large one. Next, we'll enter the house and I'll show you the entrance hall. I'll record the dining room from here since the door's behind me and you can see some light outside at night. And look. I think they're certificates. These are the death certificates of ICAI Papyrus. ICAI passed away on June 19th, 2006 and ICAI Papyrus on June 18th, 2011. Both were euthanized for medical reasons.
All of these would be their animals.
Look how cool the dining room is. The dog's photo is there again. Did he feel devotion for animals? I'm going to add a little more light. Look at them here. Look, two babies being breastfed. We continue with the animal photos. They appear everywhere. And this here isn't for the 40th wedding anniversary or something like that. I think it is. 40 years married. June 2014. And look at the photo on the top left, on the couch, and look at the couch. Was it taken here? Or was he already very old? And look here. It's a competition, I think.
I would think it's a competition.
Look at those who are 40 years old married. Yes, that's how it was back then.
February 2015. Look at that figure. Look here with his little bird. He had a bird outside. What? I mean...
He's eating the bird. He cooked it. Look, he's wearing the same clothes in both photos.
He was giving it a kiss. He was feeding it with his mouth, which means he raised it since it was a chick. Then he was cooking it. But what's the point? That you give affection to the animal just to later kill it and eat it? Amazing. And he goes with the frying pan in his hand. Well, I feel disgusted when I see something like that.
Honestly,
There are still some small figures here.
but the house is like this.
Aside from this, there's a little more in the cabinets, but it's basically empty. Only the decorated parts you see, except for the very decorated dining room, there's not much elsewhere. And over here, look, they had the galados.
And here they had the bathroom.
With a handle there, they could get up.
They put it there.
Well, like a riser for the toilet to make it much higher. Honestly, I think so. Recording. I'll show the bathroom. Check out the stove. Not that either. Look at the empty cabinets. Open, empty. They took everything in a hurry, running. Honestly, I think one of them passed away and the other is in a nursing home because there's no clothing left. Or maybe both of them are in a nursing home because they could no longer take care of themselves. That's what I think and what makes me wonder. Everything we've seen before recording the video. Look, this is the cobwebs that are here, with how little time it's been abandoned. I'm telling you, all the furniture is like this, completely empty. I just got blown away. What if the clock is still working? I can already hear it, the tick-tock.
It still has a battery.
Well, look what I had here to take care of. Wait, let me show you from here. To take care of things at home? It has ropes to lower it. Let's see if there would be anything here, but no. They've taken everything. They've taken it.
Alright, let's go to the rooms area and I'll show you the dining room from here so you can see how many things are left.
Thank you. All the details. Oh, I forgot to show something that I saw here. The animal sketch caught my eye, but the doll interested me most. Like dressed as a soldier. And with a super old photo with soldiers in the background, and a boy and a woman or a girl and a woman. I guess they were relatives of the couple who lived here. Well, we'll go upstairs later, but I'm going to show you the rooms. This part here is where he had his workshop.
Oh look, he had a small wine cellar here.
Look at this room.
I'm telling you, there's not much. The closets are empty, and the only personal belongings are in the dining room. There's not much else, but some details remain. Most of them related to dogs, just look. The dog's bed.
What a shame.
The wooden clogs. I even had the thing right here, and look, there's still some left. Animal hairs. What really catches my attention is what could have happened to the animal. Who could have kept it if it's in a center? What makes me saddest? Honestly? Because we've already seen they didn't care about their birds, but they loved their dogs. Look, more references. To the world of dogs, especially German shepherds.
Look at Electro.
It could be something to take. He might have heart issues. And so he could monitor it himself at home.
Hey. Look, a dog leash?
Bless our family. And it still smells. I guess all these sheets must be washed, because there's a smell like fabric softener. They must have washed them before putting them away. It still smells a little. And look at this. That's what I said, there are still cool details left. A collection of butterflies. Look at the one in the middle. Of this too.
A deck of tarot cards.
Look, they're all tarot cards.
And look at the book.
It's also connected to the tarot. It was probably bought together, although it's practically unused. I don't know if it was one of his last dreams. Look at this, how curious. He put it on the legs. Like socks or something, so it doesn't scratch the floor.
Which, in my opinion, is very typical of our grandmothers, this kind of thing.
They have things stored here.
Look at all of this here.
I think these are medicines. Coloplast. No idea what it's for, but well, I'm sure you guys can tell me what it's for. And we're going to go upstairs. There are more rooms left. We're already upstairs. There are 2 rooms here. I can't record much around here because there are some windows right at ground level. And a lot of light comes in. It's nighttime, though no houses are nearby. But they wouldn't be able to see the light. So now I'm going to record this part a little quickly, even though there's not much to see. I'm telling you, I used all of it for storage. Alright, a car just passed by and I had to stop. So I'm going to show you. Let's throw this away.
I show the other room. This one here.
Look, what an amazing room. I think this would be it. Would I have it ready? For his nephews, so they could come here and spend a few days? It's a country house. As I mentioned, there aren't many houses around. It's a bit isolated, so he wouldn't have much company. Nor would he love to have the warmth of family here, especially if he had grandchildren. Look at the piggy bank they have here. It's empty, but it's really cool. And stories. For their nephews? I guess probably. A few little details here. To look again. Another German Shepherd.
If you're watching this, we probably weren't able to get into the barn outside, and I couldn't show it to you. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a like, and I'll see you at the next place. See you next time.